Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of the United States. We are wrapping up the 2030s with some massive infrastructure improvements and military growth. It looks like we are finally getting to the point where most of our equipment is actually fully supplied, and we're just going for upgrading older equipment on a lot of units. Yeah, it looks like the only thing left is actually lost airlift craft from our fight with Europe, which is insane how that went down. Just lost our entire air force. And we have stockpiled 1,000 of our advanced Raptor. So probably about to move up to the next one. It looks like we have Boeing making that for some reason. We need Lockheed. Notice that we had the wrong company manufacturing those fighters. Both blue. Easy to get lost among. The fact we still need roads anywhere is, especially in Europe, just doesn't seem right. Like, all of France here does not have roads? How is that possible? Like, what am I looking at? Am I in reality right now? Europe not building roads? I think Europe is covered in roads. Ah. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just rail lines. I wonder how many resources we're short because of that. Turkey, maybe I could see this, and especially in Armenia. Potholes are not allowed, guys. We can't have potholes. Crete. Whatever that is. It's, Crimea. Yeah, we'll go ahead with that. Dear God, I can't see. That's some oil there. Vatican City. Not under our puppet, so we're not gonna worry about Vatican. Yeah, we definitely want roads. That Sevastopol doesn't... Oh, was that Cyprus that I clicked on? Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, some of these islands have more road network build up than the actual mainland. Which, to be fair, we probably would do with Hawaii. The same thing. Get more oil. Yeah, I know this. That has max. That's good. Alright. I know I upgraded Puerto Rico. It must have been during the war. It just took too much damage or something. Alright. No, you don't get F-35s, Germany. Stop asking. We're not giving them to anyone. Well, now I'm scared to look at the network infrastructure for what we have. Diego Garcia. The Seychelles. This has resources? That's crazy. Oh my god, there's a... Okay. Perfect. Perfect. We got roads everywhere. Let's see what we're doing with network. Honestly, not as bad. Not nearly as bad. Everyone had Wi-Fi though. God forbid everyone have roads, but Wi-Fi? Fine. Everyone gets Wi-Fi. Pretty much no matter what, too. Look at that. That's crazy. It's actually insane that everyone had Wi-Fi, but not roads, even in the mountains. I mean, good on them. Priorities on infrastructure. How many rail lines here? We're back quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and bump a lot of that. That's Midway, so that's some of our islands don't have air bases. In the Pacific, British Columbia doesn't have a state infrastructure, so we're missing out on some defense. And that looks like city-states of some sort. Okay. Oh, when is is it July is the bureaucratic drain falls off? Yeah, July 11th. So Egypt would be a primary focus. Plasma railgun. Coil guns. What? This boosts Marines. All the special operations get coil guns. They get mini railguns. What kind of technological marvels are we researching? Those have to be insanely expensive, and I have a ton of infantry. Yeah, we got a healthy list here to build. Up there's something. I saw it. The Swiss do not have roads. Through the Alps, I do get it. I get why you'd have potholes. That one makes a little more sense to me. I can justify that one mentally. Some of these other countries, though, no excuses. It's just wild to think that they do not have everything. All right, so get a couple more forts built for protection along our borders here. All right, I'll just go with that. Coastal forts and forts. I think everyone wants to be a part of the United States. I think that's what I'm seeing on the map. Gonna happen. Everyone seems pretty happy about it, you know. Not getting a lot of rebellions. Even China here, you know, they're not even rebelling. They got some weirdness. What is this? Yeah. We don't have a ton of airfields out here. But if we do manage to take this northeastern section by Manchuria and work on Inner Mongolia, we'll definitely start eating into their air power. They've got so many planes. They've made so many planes, they're ruining their efficiency. They don't even have the airfields to put them in. Insanity. Anyone wants to trade with us, we'll take it right now. Like, toss your deal forward. Oh, Egypt's not even into the autonomous region yet. And neither are the Swiss. That gets pretty risky. Yeah, because I would prefer to annex Egypt right away, or Switzerland, I guess. And Denmark does exist too. Can't forget about Denmark. Do I have too much population since it's showing we have negative 2 billion pop? I broke the system. Taliban's attacking. That's a bold move by the Taliban. That is a bold move to do in 2038 against these United States of the Northern Hemisphere and the Alliance. It's kind of a wild choice. All right, let's go ahead. Put agents in Germany, in the autonomous region, so St. Petersburg, China, China's fairly large. That's Laos and Komi here. Something also maybe there. That's probably Egypt. And then we have a trade agreement with Comoros. And let's check out how not fair of a fight that is. Yeah, so we're almost 5 times as big with whatever's after a trillion. Yeah, we'll grant them a $3 trillion debt bailout. Or like we have $1 billion now. Like, sorry, we have trillions of dollars now. I actually don't even know how much we have. It looks like we have $55 trillion in the treasury that I can't and won't be able to spend on anything. All right. Yep. We are catching up on IFVs, so that's good. Looks like it's still... That is the 4th gen hull, isn't it? I haven't updated this. Oh, this is a terrible idea. This is one of the worst ideas I've ever made in my life. Where's the autocannon? Where's the coax? I mean, we can start using super heavy turrets, but probably just go with unmanned for the breakthrough bonuses. The good thing about these is you can put these external crazy equipment on them. And then to make this an IFV, we have to have an IFV module. Alright, so that thing, that may be the module we want, but nah, I'm thinking this. Model wise, that's too big. Those are too big of a cannon. We'll just go with that one again. I'm gonna leave that open. We'll call these medium suspension. Give them chameleon armor. Gas turbines with battle stations. And their reliability is horrible. Oh my god. And definitely anti-infantry rounds here. Anti-aircraft autocannon ammo. That's hilarious. Nah, we went anti-infantry. And then reliability being a problem. We're gonna go with the ergonomic door there. Alright, so that gives us about 84%. General dynamics. LS. Self-propelled artillery and IFVs. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go... Yeah, we're not going to do United Defense. For 9, so yeah. I guess that's what the name is, the Ridgeway, for whatever reason, so we'll just go with that. Alright, what did I do? What did I do here? I made a 5th gen IFV hole. I absolutely crushed our production efficiency, and I need General Dynamics LS to get promoted. So let's go ahead and update these. I don't know why I couldn't do that for the IFV holes. Weird. Okay. So here we have piercing bonus or an armor bonus. Make piercing so that our assaulting is better. Hardness is nice. Yep, so we're definitely going hardness. And then we don't really need a ton of lines for this. So we're gonna go production efficiency. Resource need reduction is huge. And then here, reliability again. All right. Let's make sure our IFV does have all the upgrades. It looks like it does. That's some of them, not all of them. And then we can get an operative here who is both European and Chinese. Is a fair combo, I guess. All right. Who is going to get annexed? Because I believe The 30th is the last of June, so then we have 11 days. Like, Egypt's possible. Switzerland's out of the hunt. Some of these others are there still. I think we work on Egypt. Sinai is a demilitarized. Like, we can't actually build up the Sinai Peninsula? Oh, is that while Egypt's in control? Because I'm pretty sure I have in other playthroughs when I've captured Egypt. The Sinai, there we go. Not Sinai. Sinai, that's right. Yeah, because I definitely need to reinforce that. That is a big glaring weakness of desert. Yeah, there's just these 3 freaking tanks here that they've gave us. Yeah, and those units that did go to Tajikistan, they got trapped there. That was a wild time. I remember that. Like, I remember those events. Hmm. We are starting to accrue political power, which is probably a good thing overall. Okay, good. Egypt is ready to be annexed. So we will get the Suez Canal under our control. Then I probably need to do this Russia autonomous region. That's probably the next thing. Yeah, not having radar. Yeah, I definitely need to work through that. All right, we get those islands fortified. Like they do have some naval yards, so there is something there. So the Kuril Islands and all of that development. Should be able to get tech metals too. All right, so bureaucratic drain fell off. Look for this. We're gonna do Safe Banking Act. And also lobby. And then take Egypt. Okay, so we now control the Suez Canal and have basically locked the Mediterranean off from our enemies. So from a tactical standpoint, that's huge. Absolutely massive of a move. Who wants to... Israel wants to join the faction? Are they not at war? Do you see the trap that is? I think everyone sees the trap, right? I'm curious what happens if I do that. Do we immediately get thrust in a war? Hold up. Let me take all these units from Egypt over here. We're going to take all of them. Egypt does have quite a military. Um, Hold up. Where is CENTCOM? I'm just going to throw all these against this border until we run out of units somewhere. So around that mountain range, right there to the river. And then they have a ton of special forces. Jeez. That's insane. Yeah, 30 special forces just there. So let's put all that there. And they still have marines and tanks. Honestly, that helps us immensely, so I'm not complaining about it. Nope. It's just, I was not expecting to get that many units from Egypt. Yeah, that's some mechanized brigade somewhere. Oh, it's in Switzerland. That's in the Urals. Okay. So, how are we going to break this up? This is going to be that's CENTCOM, Defense Force. This will be the first Army group, Army. We'll give them just a random commander at this point. This guy has a flat breakthrough bonus. He's insanely good. All right, we're going to move this down. Looks like they have some airborne regiments here that I don't really want to maintain as airborne. So we're going to shift these all over to regular infantry and tanks. Yep. And then 4 of these will be air assault. Then I'm going to move this one, keep that one. I'm going to move these out to probably that group. And then this will be air assault. Then take those guys and then one of those groups for This is 6 here, so this is another U.S. infantry. This is a tank division. Wrong one. Let's see. What can y'all do with missing IFVs? Give him. It's armored cav. This is artillery, air cav, so he should be okay. Should be pretty good. I know one of these had like special forces, so let's go ahead. Give this U.S. Special Operations design. And move one in. Let's get rid of all these things that we don't need. Perfect. Take. Got air assault. We've got tanks. We've got one special forces. I think there were some Marines. We'll take our U.S. Marine Regiment design, throw that in. Then 2 more. Yeah, so these right here. Make these U.S. infantry templates and put those in there. What do we have? We have 8, so we've got 1 extra. Take. Get these upgraded. All right, so we can put one of these in each. That should be. And we'll just make it our own division here. And that'll be the 4th one. Cool. And then we're just going to give command to some just random generals. All right, we'll start. Troop movements as they get into position. All right, fair warning, guys. This is probably the second to last episode. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the summary if you so choose to watch that, and the closing statements and review. I did crash after this moment, so it was a good run, and I hope y'all enjoy the following playthroughs. Take care, and have a good one.